Alright, so today I'm going to teach you how to change the sky every round. So you see now, when the round ends, on the next round we'll get a different sky. There we go. Now you can also do this with a bottom, like this. But if you want the sky to change every round, you need a script 100%, because you cannot do this with entities. I mean, like with Hammer entities, you can get to have a bottom, a logic auto that will change the sky when you press it. But to have the sky change on every round, you do need to make use of a script. So first of all, I have the script right here. It's very similar to the one that we used last time, the one that we were using for the chickens. So I commented those lines for the chickens. In order to comment, you use the symbol, slash, and all of this is ignored, or you can just delete it as well. So I'm going to delete it. And so you define variables. Constant sky early morning entity refers to an entity in game called sky early morning. I have another one for sky morning, noon, afternoon, and night. Here you can see these are 5 different skies. Each sky has a name. So it's early morning, uses this type of skybox. This other one, number 2, sky morning, uses a different skybox. Then we have the third one for noon, afternoon, and finally for night. Now notice that the brightness scale also changes, and most of them start disabled. See, disabled, except this one for morning. So this is the default one, sky morning. So because it's the default one, here within the script, you need to make sure that you define a variable, let current sky be sky morning entity. So because sky morning is the default sky, the one that's enabled, you need to make sure to enter this one, otherwise it can create problems. And then you use a if-else statement. And so then when we call the change sky, selects that current sky and disables it. And immediately thereafter, it checks which one is the current sky. Is it early morning? Is it morning, noon, afternoon, or night? And then it assigns the next one. So because current sky is sky morning entity, it assigns noon. And then in the next round, it's going to assign afternoon and then night, and then repeat the cycle. And after the if-else statements, what you do is instance fire, and you want to enable that sky. So first we disable it, we change the current sky to a new one, and then we re-enable it. So here within this button, it's the same thing as with the chickens. You use onDamage, console script, run script input, and we call that change sky. Now you make sure that within the script, the function has this name, change sky. If you add like caps like this, for example, it's not gonna work. Don't ask me why, but it just doesn't work. So make sure that the first letter is on caps, and don't add any caps in the middle, because that can be problematic if the script's not gonna work. Within Hammer, when you push this button, it changes the sky. But how do we do it so that on every round changes the sky? Well, you're gonna add a logic auto entity with an output. On map spawn, target the console script and change the sky again with run script input. Now it says on map spawn, so technically it should only run at the very beginning, right? And then you should call on multi-new round for the next round. But no, you need to call on map spawn. This gets called every new round. And so in that way, when the round ends, we will get a different sky. And so that's the trick to change the sky on every new round. Now I'm going to continue to expand on this. So in the next tutorials, we're going to change the brightness of the map and also the rotation so that the shadows will point in different directions. And then I'm also going to be adding this setting to a map that I'm going to be porting from CS 1.6. So guys, see you in the next videos. Bye bye.